Welcome, everybody. We all love to talk. But when we talk, are we talking of something which is making sense? Here we are talking about enhancing well-being and health for sure short success. And with me today is Dr. Amita Puri. She would be taking us on a journey towards understanding what is mental health and how do we take care of ourselves. Welcome, Dr. Amita, to our show, and it is lovely to have you always. Please enlighten us.
Yeah, thank you, Ashima. So it's lovely talking to you also. And mental health, and especially mental health is a subject which is very close to our heart. And mental health during this pandemic is really boomeranged, in various ways, and it's become a pandemic of its own globally. So WHO has given this wonderful definition of health, which is complete and overall well-being. When we are talking about the overall mental health, physical, social, spiritual, emotional, so it's a complete package and not merely the absence of disease.
So you're talking about holistic approach.
Holistic approach, and that is what WHO has defined health as. It's a complete state of a person's emotional, physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, and not merely the absence of disease.
So we're basically talking about 5 pillars of human being.
Yes. It's a holistic. So when patients come to us, or we meet clients online or offline, so we look at the complete package. So it's not only the individual therapy we are looking at, we do family therapy as well, because the individual has to go to the same environment from where he picked up the issue. Absolutely. So physical health also is directly related to mental health. And when mental health gets messed up, physical health gets messed up.
Right.
When physical health gets messed up, mental health also gets messed up.
So they are reciprocating.
Yes. They are in sync with each other.
Okay.
They are in sync with each other. Yeah.
But have people really started understanding this idea that physical, because people go to gym, people go for, exercises, they go for yoga, but there is something called mental yoga. People are still not understanding that mental well-being, as you just said, is an integral part of physical well-being. So, how to make them understand that? They are afraid. They are afraid, I'm sorry. The moment they are told, भैया थोड़ा सा तुम्हें mental well-being की जरूरत है, उनको लगता है, अरे मैं पागल तो नहीं हो गया? नहीं, मुझे कोई therapy नहीं चाहिए. So how do you overcome that?
Exactly. So मैं कल का ही केस बताती हूँ. Hospital में there was this lady who came along with a 16-year-old daughter, and when my team we were talking about personality assessment, mental health assessment. So we call it overall assessment. And she was very worried, and she got immediately anxious, and she would leave her daughter alone. उसको लगा मेरे बेटे के साथ क्या करने वाले हो, मैं भी खड़ी होके देखती हूँ. हमने बोला कोई मशीन नहीं लगाएंगे इसके साथ. उसको PCOS भी था. एक पूरी की पूरी फाइल लेके आई थी. डिफरेंट टेस्ट उसके हो चुके थे. X-ray, CT, this, that and all. But उसमें everything was normal. ब्लड टेस्ट एंड अदर थिंग्स. सो हमने बोला ये तो गुड न्यूज है ना कि ये नॉर्मल है सब कुछ. सो नाउ वील ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज देयर. मानसिक परीक्षण करना भी जरूरी है. दिस इज व्हाट वी ट्राई टू एम्फसाइज इन द लेडीज माइंड, बिकॉज वी कुड फील दैट शी इज सो हाइपर दैट ऑब्वियसली द चाइल्ड हैज वुड बी हैविंग सम साइकोलॉजिकल कंसर्न्स. लेकिन यहाँ पर उसने बोला नहीं, बच्चे को फीवर है, उसको हेडेक होता है, मैं तो उसके लिए आई हूँ. ये पर्सनैलिटी असेसमेंट क्या करने वाले हो आप? क्या मशीन लगा दोगे? क्या उसको इनअप्रोप्रिएट टच कर देंगे या कुछ? घबरा रही थी वो. तो he had a daughter, and our team also was comprising of girls only, young interns.
But फिर भी वो घबरा रही थी.
वो भी घबराई. फिर समझाया कि जैसे हम आपसे बात कर रहे हैं, ये लोग भी बात करेंगे. और जब हमने उसका असेसमेंट किया तो इतना सारा पर्सनालिटी स्कार्स वर देयर इन द असेसमेंट. शी वाज severely anxious, severely depressed, severely stressed, which came out as a part of clinical assessment. And then even in the personality assessment, she had schizoid, she had dissocial, she had anxious tendencies and dependent tendencies, and above all, borderline personality disorder. Now in such a case बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत aggressive therapy करने की ज़रूरत है in such cases. But unfortunately people do not realize the importance of the impact of psychological intervention.
I would have a question here. Now you say she had so many issues. Now what reasons? Were they environmental, genetic? Was it nature or nurture? What was playing at the back?
It was environmental. It was environmental. क्योंकि जब उस लड़की से हमारी टीम ने पूछा कि आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है और ये आपको इतना हेडेक और ये जो आप कह रही हैं तो ये क्यों होता है? Is there any reason for that? उसने एक ही वर्ड पहले बोला, उसी में सब कुछ मिला, तो हमने उसके बाद डिटेल असेसमेंट किया and the word she used was, I have a dysfunctional family.
Right.
So father is alcoholic, he is a businessman, but he is quite abusive, and mother also is very hyper, and they have a little daughter, younger daughter, and mother was very hyper and very super critical about what was happening with the daughter, although she was in the next room only and the mother was talking to me, and I was trying to calm her down and trying to emphasize कि इसकी ये issues अगर निकलते हैं, आप टेस्ट परीक्षण करा के देखें ना, आपने और फिजिकल टेस्ट कराए उसमें तो कुछ नहीं निकला, आप वो भी करवा के and coming from a good background, good socioeconomic status, I will say. It's not कि we are talking about average socioeconomic status, लेकिन वहाँ भी नहीं समझ आता है इसकी importance. लेकिन अगर हम, आपने जो बोला हमारा segment क्या है, holistic health, है ना, enhancing health and well-being, किसलिए? For sure success. आपकी personal life में, professional life में, आप success करना चाहते हैं, अपने आप को और अच्छा करना चाहते हैं, where you are, so yes, your mental well-being along with your overall physical health is very, very important.
How to tell people that mental well-being is not being pagal? You are not pagal. It's just that there is something wrong. Like हमारे को अगर बुखार हो रहा है, क्या पता कुछ infection है, viral है या गले में या कहीं, that is the reason the fever is happening. In the same way, if we are having anxiety, if we are having stress is something become a part of everybody's life today. That's a different segment we'll be talking in the later videos to come. But we have to understand. So how to really tell people that taking care of mental well-being doesn't mean कि आप पागल हैं और आपको पागल करार कर दिया जाएगा. It is integral part of you.
Yeah, so उसमें क्या है कि जब बच्चे की generally जो बच्चे के लिए या even adults when they come and meet a doctor, so we get referrals from those people, from various specialists like pediatricians, gynecologists, general physician, even ophthalmologist, dermatologist, कि वो skin disease हो रहा है या eyes में itching हो रही है या even gynae issues are coming, even dentist के पास issues आते हैं, but when you check them, उनका physical test होता है, nothing comes. So if nothing is there physiologically, then definitely psychosomatic. हमने सोच के साइकोसोमेटिक सोच के सोमा इज बॉडी, वो उसमें रियल पेन पैदा कर दिया है. सो आवर माइंड इज सो पावरफुल. द गुड न्यूज इज कि आवर माइंड इज सो पावरफुल. अगर हम सोच के नेगेटिव मेंटल हेल्थ को डेवलप कर सकते हैं, तो हम सोच के विद द थॉट्स वी कैन इवन शिफ्ट द एंटायर थिंग टू पॉजिटिव मेंटल हेल्थ, व्हिच इज समथिंग वेरी वेरी गुड. और ये चीज जो हम ओरिएंटेशन प्रोग्राम्स इन कॉलेजेस यूनिवर्सिटीज में करते हैं, सो वी टॉक अबाउट दीज थिंग्स, स्ट्रेस मैनेजमेंट, हाउ कैन यू मैनेज योर ओन स्ट्रेस फॉर श्योर सक्सेस. ओके आशिमा, या सो आप स्ट्रेस्ड का स्पेलिंग आप बताइए. स्ट्रेस्ड,
ओके, मेरी इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज की चेकिंग हो रही है कि मुझे स्पेलिंग्स आती है. STRESS
ED stressed हो गया. I am stressed.
Okay, I am STRESSED.
इसको उल्टा पढ़िए, आप लिखिए और इसको उल्टा पढ़िए.
जी मैं लिखती हूँ. I will write I am stressed. Okay.
ये हम जनरली अपने क्लाइंट से करवाते हैं. या
DESR desserts.
Stressed वर्ड को उल्टा पढ़िए तो देखिए.
Desserts.
It's a shift in the perspective.
Desserts.
Desserts. फ्रॉम द वर्ड स्ट्रेस्ड हमने उसको पर्सपेक्टिव चेंज किया तो डेजर्ट्स हो गया, तो वो मीठा ही आ गई, मीठा हो गया भाई आशिमा. It's a
That's so
perspective.
nice. So
Perspective.
that's so wonderful. So what you're trying to tell us is that basically mental health well-being is all about the perspective we carry, and a psychologist or a therapist will help us changing our perspective. Is that true?
That is what exactly that is what CBT, one of the therapies, is about, cognitive behavior therapy. So we change the cognitions, we change the understanding, we modify the behavior of the individual.
And so डरने की बात नहीं है. मेंटल वेलबींग का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप पागल हो गए, आपको पागल खाने में भेज दिया जाएगा. इट मीन्स that is so true. We are so hung up to our negative patterns, thought patterns. और हमारे समाज में भी, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं हम लोगों ने अपने आप को इतना प्रोग्राम कर लिया है अपने तौर तरीके में, अपनी सोसाइटी में, कि हम अपनी जिंदगी को जीना भूल गए हैं. And that is the reason that consciously or unconsciously we are stressed. We are under a lot of negative thought process, and a therapist or a psychologist is going to change that perspective. So guys, if you want to change your perspective and you want to be doing a lot of mental upheaval for good and sure success, you really need to go ahead and take care of yourselves. And there are a lot of people involved. We'll be talking about that. So ma'am, ये तो हमने कर दिया सबका mental well-being को लेकर के एक positive mindset करने की कोशिश की. Now I have a question here. As per the study, 75 to 80%, please correct me if I'm wrong, are the people are not severely mentally ill. It is they have negatively programmed minds. Am I right?
So this is part of NLP. So neuro-linguistic programming. So we try to understand where these thought processes are coming from, and then we also enter into their mindset in terms of NLP. So with the people who are NLP practitioners, they do that, we do that, and we try to again change the mindset. So it's all in the mind.
It's all in
whether
the mind.
Heaven or hell, it's all in the mind.
And we all have monkey minds.
But you are not going out of your mind.
Yeah. And I would like to come back. Yeah. And we all are monkey minds. The mind keeps jumping. And one negative thought, it is a loop. We'll have a continuous negative pattern of thoughts, and we will not be thinking of present. We'll not be in here and now. We'll be going to past, we'll be going to future, and we forget being mindful and enjoying the present. Is that true?
Exactly. So like anxiety or depression word which you used, I mean, going into past, going into future. When we go into past, we are programming ourselves, we are conditioning ourselves to develop depression.
Okay.
And when we unnecessarily worry about the future for things which may not happen, we are anticipating. So that means we are programming our minds or conditioning our minds to get into the pit of anxiety. Again, we'll be talking about these in our further segment about what do we understand by anxiety and depression. But these are all part of negative mental health. The good news is we can develop positive mental health also.
That is
this is all in the mind.
It is all in mind.
This is all in the mind.
So we would be giving
self-empower ourselves. We can self-empower ourselves.
We can self-empower, and we would be giving a lot of self-help tools to people to practice at home. And when they need to contact, they can contact you. They can, contact the team, and they can come back to us in whatever ways. Dr. Amita is always there for all of you. The number is down there. You can get in touch with her at the Citizen Hospital, Gurgaon, and her number is there, and the hospital's number is also there. So you all can get in touch and get benefited from that. So we would, in future, the videos will be giving a lot of self-help tools, and a lot of discussion is going to happen. So don't go anywhere. Do subscribe and do like us. And if you have any questions, Dr. Amita would be there to answer your questions. Do write into us. Click that notification button also, so that when we put in our next video, you know where to come to. Take care, and thank you very much, Dr. Amita. Meet you in the next segment. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.